If you want to succeed, you need to stop doing what's holding you back. The hard truth is, most people fail not because of a lack of talent, but because of bad habits that slowly destroy their potential. Cut these out, and you'll be ahead of 90% of people. Let's break it down. Here are 15 things you need to stop doing if you want to win in life. 1. Stop telling people your goals. When you share your goals, your brain gives you a dopamine rush, tricking you into feeling accomplished before you've even started. Keep your goals private, work in silence, and let results speak.
There are some prominent examples in pop culture of people posting something on social media and saying, in 3 years, I'm going to be, playing in Wembley Stadium. Or the scientific data tell us that the positive feedback that we get from others when we announce that we're going after a goal activate certain reward systems and motivation systems within our brain that then quickly dissipate and then diminish the probability that we'll engage in the type of behaviors that actually lead us to achieve that goal. Don't tell people that you're going to go out and achieve something prior to initiating action toward that goal, because in fact, the positive feedback that we get will diminish the probability that we will continually pursue that goal in a way that allows us to achieve it.
2. Stop partying. Partying is sold as a must-do in your youth, but it's a trap. While you're wasting time, others are building their future. If you want success, prioritize your growth over temporary fun.
The biggest lie that young people get told is that when you're 18, 19, 20, that's when you're supposed to be having all your fun. You're supposed to go out and party and do all the fun stuff. It's when you have the most freedom. It's when you don't have as much responsibility. So you should go out and you should have fun. That is bullshit. When you're young, that is when you can do the most, when you can work the hardest, sleep the least, and focus on as few things as possible. Now is not your time to have fun. You know what's actually fun? Maximizing your skills, getting rich, and then having freedom the rest of your life. Being able to afford your family opportunities, being able to take care of the people that took care of you, being able to choose what you do with your time. That's fun. Not partying, not drinking, not smoking. All of that is nonsense, and whoever told you that you need to spend your most vital years doing that lied to you.
3. Stop watching porn. Your brain is wired for survival. In the past, mating meant success. Watching porn tricks your brain into thinking you've already won, killing your drive. Want motivation? Quit the habit now.
When you are done watching this video, you will never want to watch porn again. Did you ever notice that the more porn that you watch, the more specific your preferences become? So you can't just watch any random video anymore, but it has to be a specific category of videos for you to even become aroused. This is what porn does. It desensitizes your sexuality and it makes you need more and more until eventually you might not even be able to enjoy the real thing anymore, or you'll end up with a full-blown fetish. Another thing that porn does is that it numbs your dopamine system, which is known as the reward and motivation system. Maybe you've noticed that you always struggle to find motivation, or that things in your life, like playing a video game or watching a movie, just isn't as fun as it once used to be. This is what happens when your dopamine system goes numb. And porn is one of the biggest dopamine numbing factors in our life.
4th, stop overspending. If you don't earn like them, don't spend like them. Millionaires buy luxury because they can afford it. You need to build wealth first. Focus on assets, not liabilities.
Most people spend money on dumb things, which then forces them to do things they don't want. So step number 1 for most people in here, they should sell their home, take the money, and go rent. Return their BMW and get a Toyota.
I own a BMW, god damn it.
And honestly, that becomes the vulnerability. Why do you own a BMW?
Because I love the car, just the brand, and I love driving it, so I don't know.
So to me, that's where it gets interesting, right? Do you, or do you like what the brand does to make make you look to other people? I don't know. I'm not assuming.
I know,
don't
you have a point. You have a point.
I know I have a point. I don't know you, but I know in the macro that 98% of people that buy a Mercedes or BMW likes what it makes other people think of them, not that they like it. And that $487 a month versus what they really need, which is $100 a month, is why they have a job they hate, because they're paying for a life that means nothing.
5. Stop being afraid of risks. The biggest risk in life? Taking none at all. Every successful person took calculated risks to get ahead. If you want something great, you can't stay in your comfort zone forever.
What do you say to those viewers that don't pursue their dreams and are locked in their careers because they are too afraid to take risks and pursue something meaningful?
Well, the first thing I would say is, well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
6th, stop falling into distractions. Your time is your most valuable asset. Stop wasting it on things that don't serve you. Mindless scrolling, toxic people, unhealthy habits. Every distraction slows your progress.
How do I not get easily distracted?
What distracts you?
Almost everything.
Okay, such as?
Devices.
Most people are easily distracted because they don't have a plan for what they should be doing. So if I have a vision for what I want to create in my life, and I took the time to break down that vision into the steps, then I would know what I should be doing. And if I'm not doing it, it's not a distraction. I'm trying to avoid doing the work. Do you know what you should be doing to build your future?
No.
And that's totally normal. If you have the plan, you then understand what you're giving up.
7. Stop chasing the wrong people. Whether it's relationships or friendships, stop running after people who don't respect you. If they wanted you in their life, you wouldn't have to chase. Focus on yourself first.
Stop trying to chase people you're not meant to be with, or people you don't have this natural chemistry with. We're also stubborn. We're just like, it must be them. No. If they're not into it, don't get into a relationship with them. Whatever you're into, whatever you want, write it down and find someone else who is cool with that. This is what's up. This is what I want. This is what a relationship is to me. This is where I'm at in life. This is what I'm working on. Are you cool with that? And if no, don't be sad or hard feelings like, okay, well, great to meet you. I hope you find someone that matches you. Otherwise, that person is going to have to compromise who they are to be with you, or you're going to have to compromise who you are to be with them, and that leads to a failed relationship. And there is someone out there who will be into everything you're into. Find that person.
8. Stop skipping the gym. No excuses. Tired? You'll feel energized after. Busy? Health should be a priority. Depressed? Exercise improves mental health. The gym isn't just for looks. It's a discipline that shapes your mindset.
Here's the 3 biggest mistakes I wish I didn't make when I first started working out. Number 1, stop doing cardio first if your goal is to build muscle. The more fatigue you have and the less energy you have for lifting weights, the less your body is able to build muscle. So if you want to do cardio after your lifts. Number 2, I did exercises way too fast. Instead, go fast on the concentric and go slow on the eccentric of every exercise. If you aren't doing this, you're just leaving extra muscle growth on the table. Number 3, I used to work out for way too long. Spend a maximum of 60 to 90 minutes in the gym. And if you feel like you're spending way more than this, you might just be having too many exercises and sets that just ultimately become junk volume, aka wasting your time at the gym and actually not getting anything from that. This definition coined by Jeff Nippard. And make sure to be pushing yourself intensely in these 60 to 90 minutes instead of spending a lot of time and kind of just grueling through it. Instead, make an effective, efficient workout program and you'll notice even more progress. Don't be stupid and learn from my mistakes. So remember.
9. Stop looking for shortcuts. Success takes time. If someone's selling you a get-rich-quick scheme, they're getting rich off you. Real success is built over years, not months. Stay patient and stay consistent.
49 years old, and I've got about $20,000 in student loans, and I've been paying for about 19 years.
What's your household income, Brian?
I make about $90,000 a year.
The program is cut your lifestyle and pay this off in 12 months. That's the program. Live on $70,000 and pay this off in 1 year. That's about $1,800 a month, and that means you're not going out to eat, and it means you're not going on vacation, and it means you're not doing half the other crap you've been doing with your $90,000, and you're going to finally address this head on. That's the program. Quit looking for a shortcut, man. It's not work for you. You're going to have to hit it right straight in the nose. Hit the bully in the nose.
10. Stop seeking comfort. Comfort is a slow poison. Growth only happens when you push yourself beyond what's easy. If you're always comfortable, you're not progressing. Learn to embrace discomfort.
Find something difficult to do. You need that. You're not built for comfort or pleasure. Like if that comes along, good. You know, if you have a day where you're comfortable and there's some things around you that give pleasure, have some sense and enjoy it. But don't be thinking that's what your life is aimed at. That's contemptible. Everyone knows that. And if they orient themselves in that hedonistic direction, there's nothing in it but shame. No one is proud of themselves for using pornography. They might screech and bitch about their right to do it. I can live whatever lifestyle I want. It's like, well, first of all, no, you can't. That doesn't work. It won't work for you because you can't sell yourself out, and it won't work for other people. The adventure in your life will be found in responsibility. No one ever hears that. We haven't told young people that for like 60 years. You pick up the cross and shoulder it uphill because that's where all the meaning in your life will be derived from. It's in the difficulty. It's in the responsibility.
11. Stop scrolling mindlessly. You don't need more motivation. You need action. If you've consumed enough self-improvement content, stop scrolling and start doing. Knowledge is useless without execution.
How do we stop ourselves from mindlessly scrolling on our phones? So I think it gets to the point of reflexive and it's compulsive and it might be addictive. But I think social media can be really useful. So I think you can set timers. You can try graying out the screen, getting rid of the color thing. There's all this stuff, but I think if there are particular apps that you're struggling with, I would just delete them from your phone and do a reinstall. And then you have to limit the amount of time because that's enough of a behavioral barrier. There are enough steps involved, enough sequencing to put the thing back on there each day and each time, maybe twice a day, that you're going to vastly reduce your use.
12th. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It fades. Discipline is what separates winners from losers. You don't need to feel like doing the work. You just need to do it.
Why motivation alone is the worst way to make progress. Motivation is unreliable and fleeting. 1 minute you're inspired to go to the gym, the next you're making excuses, missing workouts, losing progress, and ultimately giving up on your fitness goals altogether. Stop this back and forth BS and start creating disciplined habits that will help you stay consistent along your fitness journey. Set clear goals, create a schedule, and be accountable for your actions. Build upon that with habits like meal prepping, tracking your progress, and sticking to a consistent bedtime. And most importantly, find your inner drive and your personal why for pursuing your fitness goals beyond just looking good. That will be a complete game changer, I promise you.
13. Stop engaging in drama. Talking about other people's lives won't change yours. Gossip, online arguments, negativity, it's all a distraction. Focus on building yourself, not tearing others down.
Don't take life so personally. No matter what you do in this world, there will be people who love you and love what you're doing, and people who hate you and hate what you're doing. I can't let either one of those poles affect me. We need to operate from a place of objectivity. Transcend the drama and just float above the noise. Take the long view of your life. What were you worried about 20 years ago? Take a look. You're here. You made it. You survived. But how much time and energy and attention did you waste with all of the worry? The worry just takes away your energy, slows you down, and limited your actions. Please remember, the noise and the chatter just don't matter. Just focus on what you want and focus on your next move to make it happen. That's it.
14. Stop wasting hours on YouTube and Netflix. One video turns into 5. One episode turns into a season. If you keep saying just one more, you're losing valuable time. Control your consumption before it controls you.
If you know every show on Netflix and you're broke, you have a problem. You're lazy. If you know every hit song that comes out and you're broke, you're lazy. If you know every single post on social media of other people's lives and you don't have another hustle that you're working, you have to accept the fact that you're lazy.
15. Stop procrastinating. You don't need another strategy. You don't need more planning. You just need to start. Perfectionism is just an excuse. Get moving. Success rewards action, not hesitation.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick.
Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better.
Every day. You must ask yourself, did I do enough? I want this shit. I want this shit. Wake up. Wake up. It's time to win that job. They don't know me, son. Get it. 18. They don't know me, son. Nobody's coming to save you, big dog. Don't you get that? Who's going to carry the votes in the walls? There is no tomorrow.
My philosophy is
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Fortify your mind and feel this level of happiness as you rise.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you. And then you'll forget they exist.
Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not going to happen. Tell me it's going to fail. I love every minute of it.
Success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It happens when you take action, even when things aren't ideal. The biggest mistake you can make is waiting. So if you're serious about building wealth and mastering life, don't stop here. Watch the next video. It will shift your mindset and take you to the next level. And if this video helped, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on the game-changing advice you need.